Hey everyone, we're here at South by Southwest with Rita McGrath. This is AustinLifestyles and AustinCast.com. Rita's in New York City, and she's at Columbia Business School, and she's a panelist. So Rita, what are you going to be talking about at your panel?
I'm going to be talking about my new book, Discovery Driven Growth, which is a tale of how companies can get into new areas and innovate without taking huge amounts of risk.
Okay, and how'd this book come about?
Well, it started actually with a puzzle, which is when you look at how organizations try to get into new areas, what you see very often is they just really struggle. And when they do get into new initiatives, very often those go terribly wrong. So
right.
Things like Revlon's Vital Radiance. You know, it's a line of cosmetics designed for ladies of a certain age, only to discover that ladies of a certain age don't like to be reminded of this when they're at the cosmetics counter. And it struck us that a lot of these ventures were planned using traditional techniques, which assume a lot more knowledge than you actually have. And that really got us going on the idea of discovery-driven, meaning plans and learning where you have to learn your strategy, not so much where you can anticipate it in advance. So it's really strategy about dynamics, temporary advantages, things that have to be discovered and learned along the way.
Okay, and who's on the panel today? And
well, I'm actually giving I'm talking about myself.
Oh, yourself.
Yeah,
You're solo.
I'm giving a solo on a day stage panel at 3 p.m.
Okay, great. And what do you think the big takeaway is from your panel today?
That you can grow without engendering a lot of risk, and that there are very disciplined ways of doing that, but it's a different discipline than you might use if you used conventional methodologies.
Now, you live in New York City. How's that?
In Princeton, actually.
I meant the New York City Metro.
I do, indeed.
Yeah. How is that?
Well, it's a lot quieter than it used to be. There's more space on the trains, and it's easier to find parking. I think the economic slowdown is certainly affecting a lot of us in New York.
You mean the population's going down there?
No, I mean the population commuting to work is going down.
Oh, the working community, okay. And what kind of interests do you have? What are your hobbies, interests, and that kind of thing?
Here? Oh, I'm just fascinated to hear the buzz and see what people are talking about here. It's always fun to get a sort of a different audience than I usually get exposed to. I usually spend a lot of time with senior executives and CEOs, and so it's nice to see the creativity bubbling up here.
What is the buzz? What are the hot topics in your area these days?
In our area?
Yeah.
We're looking a lot at temporary strategies, so things that aren't enduring. We're looking at how new technologies are making new business models possible, so business models based on free, business models that never could be economically executed before. So seeing a lot of interest in people doing business model innovation as opposed to technological or other kinds of innovation. A lot of interest in the customer experience. You know, when you really have to innovate to win, then there's no better bet than designing better customer experiences, because what's going to happen is the less effective companies are going to get flushed out of the system, and the more effective ones the customers really appreciate will, I think, emerge from all this stronger.
What's a good marketing strategy for a new company? How does a company go about marketing itself?
Well, I think the most important thing for a new company is you have to find a niche that really can use what you have to offer and appeal to them in a way that is so targeted that nobody else can really match you. And if you can start generating some profits from that niche, then you can begin to fund your own way to expansion. So I think in today's environment, that's a pretty good bet.
What are some good examples, companies that you've worked with?
Companies that have large companies or new ones?
New ones.
New ones.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things I'm going to be talking about today is an experimental toy shop that's set up in Sacramento. And the concept there is it's going to be authentic toys the way we used to think of them, not electronics, not new things. And he's really carved out a great and very loyal niche of visitors to the old Sacramento area in a pretty traditional business. So it's been kind of interesting to see that.
Oh, great. And what other companies have you worked with, bigger companies?
I work a lot with big companies, so I spend a lot of time with companies like Microsoft, General Electric, Nokia, Novartis, and various other large organizations like that.
And how do you interface with them? What do you do for them?
What do I do for them? Well, the most interesting assignments are the strategy ones, where I sit down with senior people and help them think through how to look at the landscape, what are the key questions they need to address. And very often it's teaching. You know, it could be workshops, it could be teaching, it could be doing some work in there, helping them kind of think through what their executive leadership is going to be looking at. So I do that. And then there's research, where I'll do case studies or study particular ventures as they evolve through time.
How do you like the Columbia University environment?
I've been at Columbia forever. It's been great. And my undergraduate degree is from Barnard, which is a Columbia affiliate.
Yeah.
My daughter now is in her first year at Barnard.
All right.
So my master's degree is from Columbia, and I've been at the business school now for 15 years. It's a great institution.
Great. Well, any thoughts running through your mind right now? What are you thinking about now?
Well, right now I'm just trying to figure out, of all the richness that's offered here at South by Southwest, where I'm going to put myself. I'm confused. So I'm going to go find some sessions and.
Well, we've been super talking to you today.
Great.
Thank
Thanks
you.
talking to you.
All right. Thank you.